Today, we're going to get into footwork. I'm going to show you guys how to walk the ring. And if you have never heard of that term, you're going to know what it is today. After I do that, what we're going to do is we're going to show you exactly what you need to do to multiply your difficulty in the ring to be hit. So you're going to learn angular movement. And this circuit comes out of our actual Pro-Am Fight Gym skills manual. Our focus is to tell you how you can now start using these skills and tactics. And the most beautiful part about this is we're going to give you guys free access to a whole lot of stuff. So if you want to really get access to some real high level boxing and learn a lot, then stay your ass tuned. Today, we get it popping, and I'm going to show you exactly what it looks like when you're developing the athlete from the lower trunk. And before I get going, I'd like to introduce myself. For those of you who are new to the show and the channel, thank you for showing up today. But boy, you're late to the dance. My name is Eric A. Bradley, coach that is, and we teach boxing. And even though I'm from the world of boxing, our business and our focus is teaching you guys about building a brand. Even in the sport of boxing, you have to focus on knowing that you are a brand. And if you want to find out if you are a brand, just go around and talk to people and see what they think about you. And what people say about you in your face, opposed to what they say about you behind your back, will tell you everything, right? So today we get into some serious footwork. Special shouts out to my military buddy who actually is coming up on some actual matches. We're going to sponsor him a membership, and I just love the fact that we got militarians. So I'm going to take you directly into this footwork. You guys got to see a little of the highlights today when you were watching the page. If you haven't watched the page, make sure you go to watch the page, because we put up that smoke. We put up a little bit of that smoke. So what we're going to do right now is take you behind the scenes. Now, years ago, when I was up at right near Philadelphia, right, we went into the gym and I saw a young guy. He was probably 14, actually had just won the POW tournament. And we were maybe 5 miles away from where Tony Thompson was training. And Tony Thompson was getting prepared for Klitschko. But when we were over at this gym, this young kid, this was not one Klitschko, that wasn't that time. But this young kid was getting ready for a fight, right? And so he had just won the POW tournament, heavy set kid, still really young. And it was one of the first times that I'd seen someone who was not on television do this move. So I'm going to introduce you to something that's very unique, and I'm going to show you exactly where it came from. Because if you want to get better at boxing or anything, you got to know its heritage. Where did it come from? What's the origin? I didn't only go get the origin. My black ass went and I got up under the pillars of those guys who taught it. And I'm going to bring it to you so you guys can see. This, my friend, is the effervescence of the grunt walk being introduced to high level boxing on a technical level. I broke it down so I can teach, and you guys, I hope you enjoy it. Let's get it in. This is walking the ring. Walking the ring is you setting a new tone. And instead of bouncing, running, dodging, your objective is to walk the ring. All right, so right there, what's happening is there's range being controlled. I'm in a posture where the guy can't get his target locked in on me, so he can't pull the sniper trigger because I'm walking him around. You use this tactic when you're tired and you're trying to recover the oxygen, because boxing it's not a sport about skills. It's a sport about oxygen distribution and recovery. And if you understand that, you will go back in history and watch all the greatest fighters. They was just managers of oxygen. So check this out. Or a grunt walk. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. You want to see someone do this? You see, as we broke it down, we gave you the pillars, the 1, 2, 1. So keep very close eyes on the way that everything walks in sync, and practice this when you go to the gym. Just don't try it sparring. Pull up a James Toney fight. He's a master. Jersey Joe Walcott. He walks clearly across the ring and knocks out Ingemar Johansson, or was it Ezra Charles? Just like this. 1, 2, 3, and rotates out and hooks. Good night. Bam. All right. So he was just talking about Ezra Charles being knocked out by Jersey Joe Walcott. Jersey Joe Walcott, I remember this as a kid, walked him across the ring and knocked him out. Here's the clip for all of you who've never seen the most violent knockout done in the most casual of way. It was like he was walking his dog out at the park and just knocks him out. Pay close attention to this video. You're about to go to the school of boxing.
Charles collapses like a sack of grain after that incredibly well-timed punch explodes on his jaw. The champion struggles to rise. He's on his feet, but he stumbles backwards from the continuing effects of that devastating punch. Let's watch that again in
watching in slow motion. Look at the walk. Look at the grunt walk.
Almost nonchalantly. Now here comes that left hook.
Here we go. He's sitting down.
Punch twisted Charles' head almost completely.
Boom. Good night, sweet prince. That is the effervescence of what I'm teaching you guys. But see, my brain operates in such a way, I have to break it down to the very last compound. There are so many different ebbs in that movement. And so I was just enthralled by how he did that. And I always thought about it. That was a walk away home run. What you talking about? I see some of you guys dropping comments. YouTube's in the building. Special shouts out to you, YouTube. What's popping? Everything is good, brother. Thanks for popping in. I see you, man. Special shouts out to Australia. Aussie's in the building. Special shout out to Aussie from Master Boxing. So now I'm going to let you guys see the other side of this skill and play close attention, because, boy, I got some great footwork. All right. Don't get it twisted. You got to get repetition. The more athletic you are, it's the more likely that you're going to do it wrong, because it's going to look right, but you're going to miss the vital points. So listen very close to the video. I'm going to turn the audio up as high as I can so that you can actually hear me talking about this. And once you listen to the demonstration, listen to the audio, it's going to really be clear how this thing goes. So check this out. It's a legendary clip. So you can't just pull a Jersey Joe Walcott and walk them down, knock them out. So understand, walking, 1, tap, around, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you're assessing the situation, finding the sweet spot in the ring to navigate and draw your opponent into, but at the same time, you're setting a different tone, a different algorithm in his brain. So it's going to be hard for him to make that adjustment. Good. Walk forward. There you go. Here goes. Walk this thing out. Good job. I'm teaching the youngins that smoke. Good. Look at here. Beautiful. Yeah, you see it. And time. That's dictating the pace of a fight, controlling the algorithms of what's going on inside of that ring, being able to walk around the ring is a clear, unprecedented art. It's a craft. It's a science. Walking the ring gives you total control. And like I said, And then when you protrude with the grunt walk, which is low,
Get low. See?
you are setting in to press the fighter and execute your offensive prowess. That's masterful footwork. And we'll close it out with Primo doing an Ali circuit around the ring, showing you how to dip and avoid.
Now I want you guys to really pay close attention. I'm going to let you listen now, but I want you to understand. I'm showing you guys the shuffle now. After you understand when to put the grunt walk into play, you must understand the timing to implement the shuffle. And the shuffle distracts the opposition and it allows you to get out of the corner because he's thinking you're about to do something with your feet, but you're actually about to get out of there and pop him in the mouth with your hands. Check this out. This is slick stuff, man. This is slick stuff.
Forward shots, forward skips.
And make sure when you're doing these moves that you're out of range.
Shuffling will really give you the ability to shift and change directions on the drop of a hat. It's not just a showpiece. Sugar Ray Leonard, Muhammad Ali, they mastered it. They actually can implement it in their games because they practiced enough. Perfect practice makes perfect. Let's try it again. Ali's and then toss a little shuffle in there.
Yeah. Now people say don't talk to beat a boxing. That's people who ain't never gonna win the boxing. Boxing is a fight. It's a prize fight.
Also freezes the other guy coming towards you.
You ain't never seen nobody nothing Ali when you do that. Look at there.
Nice. Now the fighter looks like he has total control of the ring.
Total control of the ring. Kids at the amateur level, basketball all the time. But you gotta understand what to do when.
Nice.
I see. Yeah, we got the greatest footwork right here.
Nice.
This moving it right here. That this is all about
And
who
time.
has the most.
That concludes your lessons in learning the navigation of the ring through masterful footwork by Coach Eric Bradley and Master Boxing. And we continuously encourage you. The ring is your friend whenever you put that work in and you do those rounds, because when it comes down to boxing, you don't box with your hands, you box with your feet.
Boom. You don't box with your hands. Y'all done seen them reels that go over 1 million views. You don't box with your hands. Tank don't box with his hands. He boxes with his feet. The only fighters that'll always win are the fighters that box with their feet. That's why I tell you guys when I rank these guys and tell you what stage boxers they are, I tell you the number because I know what those guys can't do with their feet. They might have good hand skills, but boxing isn't about just what you can do with your hands. See, I'm a man. I talk about boxing, but I teach brand. And I know your brand when you're lacking particular moves. Why? Because I actually own the periodic table of boxing. 30 of these things, man, that really break the system of boxing down. You'll never get bored in this system. I don't care. So we're going to be giving you guys these videos. Now, another special thought that I had for you guys, another special skill drill that I had was I wanted you guys to understand how to use the ladder. Sorry. I want you guys to understand how to use the ladder drill, because a lot of people, I see you doing ladder drills, but I'm going to show you how a guy like Lomachenko develops his entire skill set. And I'm going to show you an entire circuit of developing the kind of footwork. Sorry, my thing's unplugged. I'm going to show you the kind of footwork that's going to create dazzle in your footwork and make the guy who's in the ring against you wish he wouldn't have showed up to the weigh-in. This
is ladder circuitry. And you ain't never seen light feet like this. I'm the dude. The energy up, increase the bounce in your step, and then execute it with a constant rhythm. Turn it up, and then you start to take it to layer 2, which is breaking off to the side. 1, 2, 3. Once you're able to do that, everything else is just going to be flying colors. You take it to the ring, do mitts, and then do walk through sparring. That's your next phase. Masterful footwork. Masterful footwork begins in a sequence. So the first, keep your hands up. Develop good habits as you go.
Keep your hands up.
Here.
Now watch
back,
this.
Forward.
Out.
Side. 3.
Back.
Forward. Here. 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 Forward. We're going to go over right now is unique foot drills to give you masterful footwork. So we break it down into increments when it comes down to the amount of steps that'll be displayed in this drill. So in order to get masterful footwork, you have to have drills to build your footwork and coordination. And here we go. First one, and you can already see, like sometimes when you pull, but the other foot is down. You keep the front foot down. But if you pull and you go here, then you can break off to the side as well. You get what I'm saying? Okay, I'm going to explain what I just said right. What I was talking about is everybody thinks they know what they're doing, but I promise you, you got snot in your nose, you're wet behind the ears, and you don't know shit about boxing, okay? So take that as a compliment to you because you're in there trying to learn. But what you got to realize is even as great as my footwork is and the angles and understanding how to be elusive and light on your feet and know how to sit down on your punches and walk guys down and breathe like a champion inside of the boxing ring, you still don't know shit inside of 10 years. So what you have to do is hold on to the thing that you really are developing. So that's why I say if you athletic guy, there's a more likely chance of you being a much more flawed boxer because you can hide your deficiencies with your athleticism, but it will soon show up. And this is what I'm explaining to these kids because everyone is athletic. Everyone's sharks. We got 2 professionals and the other kids gotten so good that they was pushing the professionals to the limits. But you got to remember, you got to get it down. And that's why we walk the floor mastering this. And you're going to see this drill now in this ladder exercise that's going to help them understand how does a guy like Lomachenko develop those kind of skill set. And this was years ago. This was before Loma was blowing up. But I just wanted you guys to see the exercises. Check it out and make sure you're taking notes. So the drill looks like this. Forward, back, side, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. All of that constantly. So just practice your 3 backwards, back to the side, back, side, side, forward, back, side. Now which side you go? Now your objective is to rep that, and then after that, when you're walking, it's easy to break off. Right. Now, what they were doing, what they're about to do is they're about to execute the drill. I'm going step by step. We call that tier 1. So I'm doing 1 move at a time. Lateral jab, boom, boom. So it's a 3-step prong. Boom, boom, boom. Most people, they hit the ladder, they were like bam, bam, and back. It's me, it's boom, boom, boom. I'm like bouncing on water because one of the things that you got to remember about creating angle and being a master of creating angle is you can never settle when you're making the move and coming back. Then you learn when you're going to start hitting them hard in the head. You got to practice to get back to that grunt walk and walk them down. How many times has your coach told you that? How many times has he told you to do that? Because that's the way you knock people out. Why do I know? Because I am in the upline on the downline of the greatest knockout artist of all time. I got pounded on the phone. I got pounded on YouTube. I got pounded so many times, hours after hours after hours, how to do it the right way by the greatest knockout king in the world, ever history, 140 knockouts. I'm trying to tell you, people, there are things you don't know about boxing. So listen and pay close attention, or you're just going to be what we call the huckleberry. You're going to learn the wrong way. That means you're going to learn on the job. So take a look at these guys executing it, and you tell me, can you do this drill a lot more fluid or like I was asking for? Let's go.
Back. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, back. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, back. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, back. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, back. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, back. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, back. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, back. Good.
All right. When you start executing drills like that, something starts to change in your body because, see, I'm setting the tone for those guys to feel like swans, but strike like pterodactyls. And when they get in front of you, when they decide to attack you from the side, it's going to be venomous. And it's because of beautiful footwork. I'm nobody, but somebody who knows that you can do better. And I know you can do better, but you got to do better. And the way you got to do better in boxing is humble yourself, because you're not good at all, but you're showing up every day. That's the only good thing that matters at the end, because after your fight, nobody's talking about you, especially after you lose. Nobody's talking about you. So remember, the journey that you're on in boxing is on your own. Even if you're someone who's just watching, who's wanting to learn, and you want to feel good and you want to gain confidence, and you don't want nobody to fuck with you when you out. So you want to know how to fight, right? You don't want to be somewhere and somebody can play you, because when you got boxing in your life, when you got boxing in your body, when you got boxing beaming through your veins, when somebody step to you, you're like, man, you are about to get so split in half. They can feel that coming off of you, but you don't have to project that kind of energy, because boxing is almost like a necklace. People can smell it. They just don't even touch you. That's one of the things that you got to realize. Now, I'm going to let you see this next Lomachenko break. Now, I'm going to show you something like you usually see somebody like Lomachenko do, but I got more pigmentation than Lomachenko. That's the only difference in this. And I'm lighter when it comes down to the motion and the movement. And I know I am. I was born like that. And that's why I use my skills for technique, tactician, and that helps other people digest it. So that's why you're having hard difficulties really closing the pillar in this boxing thing, because you have to be patient when you're someone like me, because I can move like butter. And when you got people who have to learn how to move like butter, then it's truly a blessing that you have a humble spirit. So don't be egotistical. Sometimes it comes, but remember, snap out of it, because inside of the ring, it'll tell the truth about you. All right. So eat humble pie. Be happy to be humble. Just remember, the most important thing is that your ass keeps showing up.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, back. 2, 3.
See, they got comfortable, but now I'm going to show them a dynamic move. Light feet play a role in the overall product. And Paul's a light heavyweight. He was about 190. Nah, he was lighter.
Yeah, George, I saw that shadow boxing you did this weekend. Stacy class.
Take a look at the feet. Look at the feet. Nobody's on the heels.
watch Lomachenko all
Now watch
weekend.
this.
All he was doing is in the ring,
Sorry.
constantly moving his feet. Come right here. The 3, and then start breaking. Walk through. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then you'll start to see yourself making these moves here.
Fast, I didn't notice it.
But
Wait.
that's why when you fight, best footwork wins.
When you fight, the best footwork wins. Get it? That's when you're in the ring with somebody and then you're trying to hit them and they just vanish. They off to the side. And then you next thing you know, you pushing up daisies. You just got hit with an uppercut, right hand, left hook to the liver. He spins you, turn around, caught you with a right hook to the front of the nose, and he's still behind you. That's that crazy stuff, man. So if you learn that footwork, I'm giving that video to 10 different people today. All you have to do is put your email in the DMs. DM your email. 10 people are going to get that for free. And tomorrow it'll actually be up on the site, and we're going to give you guys access to it for free because I want you guys to learn game. And that video by itself, I think just that one, I don't know, it's like, I don't know. You getting some dope stuff. You see what it is. That's why you watching. But I want you guys to learn it. And remember, humility. I can talk shit while I'm on this mic, but when I'm in that gym, I'm humble because see, everything can go wrong and everything's gonna go wrong. But you learn this boxing stuff and it's be okay because boxing isn't about wins and losses. It's about who's the man behind the brand. And you have to remember, we teach boxing, but we stand on brand. That's who we are. We are brand builders. Our focus is building your brand. What people think about you, what people think about everything that you've ever done, it all comes down to the first thought that comes to their head. It's your promise to the people on what you can depend on this person to be a zero, to be a lazy cat, to be egotistical, to be on point, to be on game, to be a straight winner. See, ego and all of that stuff that falls into the lose category. That's all about bullshit. That don't carry you nowhere. Brand is about what people actually think about you. It's how you make them feel when they're not around you. If people think about you, you start thinking about this, my man. Seriously, what you make people feel like when you're around and when you're not around, once they've had a dose of you, when they see you on a video or a picture or somebody mentions your name, that feeling that they get, that's your brand. So what is your brand? Because if you don't know it right off the cuff, you don't have one. You got to identify your brand because that's why fighters like AJ, Canelo, Floyd, Pacquiao, these dudes got brands because they're biggest figures. They're bigger than their alter egos have cultivated and positioned them in a place in their presence. People just surround them. Yeah, sort of because of the fame, but you got to kind of have something else, like The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, people who just attract people. Fame attracts people. But the reason why people get famous is because they have something. And that's what they knew. And what is it that you have? See, we teach boxing, but this company is about brand. Jab Juice Brand Wizards. You are a brand. You just got to discover what it is. What is it that you want people to feel when you are not present? Once they got off. How many of you went and got an iPhone? I talked to my man yesterday and I said, how do you feel when you get a new iPhone? When you get the new iPhone 16, how do you feel? You break that case, you don't even want to put it back in the case and go charge it at the crib because it makes you feel away. How many times have you been to Starbucks and felt bad while you're sitting in there? See, Starbucks
isn't about coffee. Their brand is inspiration. So when you're there, you're inspired. Go over there tomorrow and watch. They need to pay me for that ad. But the reality is this boxing is real. If you want that video, 10 people, the first 10 people to DM me the email will get it. Tomorrow we got some other stuff we're going to do, and we just want you guys to learn boxing and not just be around the sport. Because one of the things that I had to share with you before I show you this last video clip, a highlight reel of one of the greatest moments in sports. That's what I'm about to show you before we close this thing out. But you need to see, because I'm going to show you this clip because there's relevance to it. But the reality is there's something about it that the point will bring home. And I want you to take this point, and I want you to act like that you have never, ever been in a position in your life that something so simple could carry so much weight. One moment of your life is going to be the trajectory of the end of your life. So every moment that you live in this life is going to catapult and connect to the end of your life, which is going to be the new beginning of your next. So remember, everything that you are pushing out of your vibration, champ, everything that you are pushing out of your vibration is being calculated. So make sure you're pushing out good stuff. Make sure you're pushing out that good stuff. And all of you guys out there, I want you to start thinking really, really big. And I'm about to show you this clip of one of my former greatest athletes in the ring until he had to face his demise. But his demise would end up being his greatest moment, because he built a relationship off of this individual, and this person ended up paying for his funeral. Hernandez and Floyd Mayweather. This moment means a lot to me, and I'm gonna tell you why. Not this actual moment. I wanted to just show you that clip because people don't realize that Hernandez didn't even want to fight Floyd. He gave Floyd a chance. Because sometimes you young fighters, you want to fight guys, right? But these guys ain't thinking about you. But everybody under you is like, yeah, you should fight this guy. You know, Boots is chasing Crawford. Crawford ain't interested in that. Canelo's not interested in Benavidez. He's getting him in his high in sight. And you can drop down in the comment boxes what you think about Canelo Benavidez or Crawford versus, Gerard Boots Ennis. You can say it. But the thing about it is, Hernandez he was a rock star. Why would he care about some snotty-nosed kid? But he did it anyway. And when he passed away, he didn't have money to pay for his funeral. Floyd paid for his funeral because he said he gave me a chance and he didn't have to. I want you guys to know that those belts don't mean nothing when you got a brand. When those belts are around your waist, you're wearing them because you don't have a brand. When you get a brand, you don't need those belts. Hernandez did not need to fight Floyd. He could have been like, screw these belts. I don't need these belts. Build your damn brand. And no matter what you do, if you're in the fight game, you better make sure you get into the fight game. And all of you guys who got questions, thanks. Special shouts out to you guys from YouTube, all my YouTubers and all of my Facebookers. Yeah, I got you guys. Hold on. What you asking? I'm going to, where the balance. I'm going to actually physically comment back to you. I won't be able to do it right now because I'm about to close the show. But the key is I want you guys to realize we're giving you that so you can really take it in and look at it. And, for the most part, you guys have to really stay clean and stay tuned for tomorrow. If you actually want to learn how to use the ring in your favor and sit down on your punches, that's going to be so important because I know you guys got events coming up. But no matter what happens, stay close, stay clean,
And remember, keep your humility, because what people think about you while you are right in front of them is different than what they feel when you're away. Make them feel more for you when they are away. And if you ain't got hate, you ain't making enough noise. So get out there and build up and build up and build your brand. And if you need help, ask God. Until next time, I see you guys soon in the Winner Circle. Coach Bradley signing out. Special shouts out to all my brothers who've become members of the School of Boxing because they wanted to really reach the pinnacle of boxing. I love you guys. Peace out.